Today our topic is how to stay focused like a Stoic. Life is full of distractions, and staying focused can feel like an impossible task. But Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers timeless wisdom to help us stay on track. The Stoics believe that focus is not just about concentration. It's about clarity, purpose, and control over your mind. They taught that by mastering your thoughts and emotions, you can achieve a state of calm and steady focus, no matter what's happening around you. To stay focused like a Stoic, you must first understand what you can control and what you cannot. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control, and others are not." This simple idea is the foundation of Stoic thinking. You cannot control the weather, the traffic, or other people's actions. But you can control your own thoughts, reactions, and decisions. When you focus on what you can control, you stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. This is the first step to staying focused. Another key Stoic principle is to live with intention. The Stoics believed that life should have a clear purpose. Without a purpose, your mind wanders, and you get lost in distractions. Ask yourself, what is my goal? What do I want to achieve? When you know your purpose, it becomes easier to focus on what's important. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realizes this, and you will find strength." This means that focus comes from within. You decide where to direct your attention. If you let external events control your mind, you will always be distracted. But if you take charge of your thoughts, you can stay focused even in chaos. One of the biggest challenges to focus is the fear of failure. The Stoics had a unique way of dealing with this fear. They practiced something called Premeditatio malorum, which means premeditation of evils. This is the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario and accepting it in advance. For example, if you're afraid of failing at a task, imagine what would happen if you did fail. Would it be the end of the world? Probably not. By facing your fears head-on, you take away their power over you. This allows you to focus on the task at hand without being paralyzed by worry. Another Stoic technique for staying focused is to practice mindfulness. This means being fully present in the moment. The Stoics believe that the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only moment you truly have is now. When you focus on the present, you can give your full attention to what you're doing. This is the opposite of multitasking, which divides your attention and makes it harder to stay focused. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." By being mindful, you make the most of your time and avoid distractions. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of discipline. Focus requires effort and practice. You can't expect to stay focused if you're constantly giving in to distractions. The Stoics believed in training the mind like you would train a muscle. This means setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. For example, if you're working on a project, turn off your phone or close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Create an environment that supports focus. Discipline also means saying no to things that don't align with your goals. This can be difficult, but it's necessary if you want to stay focused. Another Stoic principle that helps with focus is the idea of Amor, fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens, whether good or bad, as part of your journey. When you stop resisting reality, you free up mental energy to focus on what matters. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, accept it and use the time to think or listen to something meaningful. By embracing what you cannot change, you stay calm and focused. The Stoics also believed in the power of simplicity. In today's world, we are bombarded with information and choices. This can make it hard to focus. The Stoics advise simplifying your life by focusing on what truly matters. This means letting go of unnecessary possessions, commitments, and distraction. When you simplify, you create space for focus. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." This doesn't mean being lazy. It means doing only what is essential and doing it well. Another important Stoic lesson is to avoid comparing yourself to others. When you compare yourself to others, you lose focus on your own goals and values. The Stoics believe that everyone has their own path, and your only job is to follow yours. Focus on your progress, not on what others are doing. This doesn't mean ignoring others completely. It means staying true to yourself. Finally, the Stoics taught the importance of reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review how you spent your time. Did you stay focused on what matters? Did you waste time on distractions? Reflecting on your actions helps you learn and improve. It also reinforces your commitment to staying focused. Staying focused like a Stoic is not about perfection. It's about progress. There will be days when you get distracted, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep practicing. Over time, you will develop the mental strength to stay focused, no matter what challenges come your way. Remember, focus is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. The Stoics believe that the mind is the most powerful tool we have. When you train your mind to stay focused, you unlock your full potential. So, take a deep breath, remind yourself of your purpose, and focus on what you can control. This is the way of the Stoic. This is how you stay focused.